Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Great to see all of you here. Let's go into our question today. Let's see what we have here. Alright, question today is, I picked this one. This is interesting. Hello Mark, how are you doing today? Can you please provide us some information on what the Matrix does not want us to know, or what they're hiding from us? So I will pose that question to you guys, and then we'll go into it. What is it that the Matrix does not want you to know? Let's see how smart you guys are, and you guys are very, very smart. What is it that the Matrix, what is it that they don't want you to know? What are the secrets this Matrix is hiding from you guys? A lot of you are joining here now. Great to see you. Great to see you. There are a lot of things that are hidden from us. They're hidden because, you see, human beings, they want a lot of power and control. So not everyone wants to see the best benefit for you. Not everyone wants to see you prosper. Not everyone wants to see you happy. Not everyone wants to see you successful, guys. It's just it's just a game of life. That's how life works. So I know you guys are logging in here. So the question is, what are the things that the Matrix, they're hiding from us? Someone said the third eye, that we are creators. Good. So you guys definitely are on to the scheme. You know the game. So yes. So here's what the Matrix hides from all of us, guys. And it's very simple. They don't want you to know that your thoughts create your reality. They don't want you to know that the world is fake. They don't want you to know that physical reality is not physical. What they do want you to know, they want you to think that the world you live in is all there is. They want you to think and believe that you have to have connections, that the cards you're dealt, that's how you do it. They also want you to believe that you aren't qualified to get certain things in your life. That's just how it is. They want you to believe you have to settle if you can't get it. They actually want you to believe that you're only using one mind, and that's the work hard mind. They want you to believe that working hard is the secret to success. It is everything. It is so much. You see, the thing that the Matrix doesn't want broadcasting out there is that the Matrix itself is just a game within a game. They don't want you to be able to crack the code to start to influence the algorithm of the game. And it's very simple, and the reason they don't want you to know that is because then they don't have the control. This game is about control. Now, check this out. Whoever controls the media controls your mind, controls your life, controls your reality. The mainstream, whatever the media of the Matrix, they have an agenda. They want people to believe and think a certain way that's in harmony with what they are advertising or what they want the world to be like. Did you know that? So this is why I always say, and if you watch my channel, and I tell you guys a lot, I said to free yourself from the Matrix, the number one thing you must do, guys, is you must disassociate yourself from the mainstream media. You cannot watch and partake in anything on the mainstream news, on the TV, whatever they put out, because it's a systematically decisive, very intelligent way to hijack your mind to create reality for them. So to free yourself, create your own reality, create your own world. The Matrix don't want you to know that you can create a world within a world. And it's all about your thoughts and your perceptions and your beliefs. That's right. Turn off the TV. Okay? The next thing that you must be aware of in the Matrix is the people you associate yourself with. If you start to associate yourself with agents of the Matrix, and what I call agents of the Matrix, I call them NPCs, non-player characters. These are people that will push their beliefs and their limitations and their lack mentality onto you. These are the people around your circle right now that will always come up to you and be the negative, what we call Nancy. These are the people that will always say to you, it ain't gonna work. Just get used to it. It ain't gonna happen. You can't do it. You see, people like to, the NPCs, what they do, they like to push their beliefs on you, thinking that you're like them, but you're not them. That's what people do. Just when someone can't do something, and they've actually tried to do it and they failed to do it, and then they say you're doing it, they're going to associate you as them. So they're going to say, well, he can't do it because I couldn't do it. Hey, you can't do that, but you have to remember one thing. Here's one thing you got to remember. You got to tell these people, look, I am not you. It didn't work for you, but guess what? It's going to work for me. Reason why it worked for me is because I'm independently creating my own reality. I have my own thoughts. I have my own beliefs. I'm made differently. I am not made like you. So that's what you have to understand about this Matrix and the people you're interacting in this Matrix, man. They will look to put negative energy on you to hinder your manifestation. Yes, it's difficult. You know, it's like sometimes it gets lonely because there's so many people that's going to drop off of the game, because these people have to drop off for you to elevate, for you to get higher. So if you don't do this, then you're going to get trapped. And the food industry, all of that too is a part of the mainstream, the Matrix, man. The food now, food today, and the food 20 years ago is totally different. It's totally different, man. If you want to learn to implement these concepts, what you have to start to do is you have to start to use your imagination and start to think and visualize yourself in your goal. What the big thing the Matrix don't want you to also know, guys, they don't want you to exercise your God-given power of imagination. They do not want you to learn to visualize. If you notice, majority, I was reading an article the other day, and we're talking about all the top Fortune 500 CEOs and what were the secret mindset. It was a mindset article, and they're like, but did you guys know that a majority of really highly successful people, they actually practice visualization as a technique? Did you know that? They may not advertise it, they don't tell you this, but that's what the Matrix does not want you to know. So what I want you guys to know is you guys have to start to practice the art of visualizing. The better you get at visualizing, the better you're going to get at your reality. See, the thing is, the power, why visualizing is so powerful, because it is the mechanism that creates our world. And they knew this for a long time. You should be visualizing every day. You should be visualizing something in your head. You have to put yourself and see it daily. That's the only way it's going to come into fruition. You should be visualizing when you're falling asleep. When you get up in the morning, your mind should be on what you want. Anything in your head should only be about what will benefit you. That's also visualizing. And if you spend a consistent amount of time applying this, then your reality is going to shift and you're going to experience it. So the Matrix really don't want you to know the secret of all secrets is that your mind creates the matter. Matter is the physical world. They don't want you to know that you can turn the key, you can hack the system, you can turn the system towards you, you can infiltrate the system, you can get out of the system, you can be in the system and make your own system. They don't want you to know any of that. And how do we know this? Well, it's the study of the quantum world, quantum mechanics, and quantum physics. And you don't see a lot of stuff about quantum physics on your For You page, do you? Do you see a lot of stuff about the world of physics, of quantum mechanics? Do you see entanglement, superposition, Heisenberg uncertainty principle, quantum tunneling? Do you see any of that on your For You page? I don't think so. Why you don't see those stuff? Well, you got to go search for them. You got to go type in your search. Duality, quantum superposition, quantum mechanics, the reality, and is reality real? None of those stuff will ever be shown on your For You page. Never ever. They'll not come up like that. Anything else will come up, but those things will never come up. You'll also never see on your For You page how to have a better life, how to overcome negative thoughts, how to be positive, how to create a marvelous life, how to have joy. None of those things can ever come up on your For You page. You'll never see on your For You page mindset material, how to free your mind of your negative thoughts, how to get out of your ego, how the subconscious mind works. None of those things will ever be shown on your For You page for you. And the reason they'll never be shown on your page is because they are the secrets to shifting and changing your life. If something's out there that's going to change your life and is going to disrupt the system, it's not going to be on your For You page. They rather keep it for themselves because they are the operators of the system. It's this mentality: more for me, scraps for you. More for me, scraps for you. I'll take all the abundance and I'll trickle it down to some of you. Here, the lucky ones will find this knowledge. But I'm gonna keep all of this, and I'm just gonna keep winning myself, elevating myself, and then I'm gonna be the ruler over all of you. Matter of fact, not only am I going to be the ruler over all of you, I'm going to create a system. I'm going to create a media that I'm going to put my agenda, my world, my way of thinking into your head, that you're going to do what I want to say you're going to do. And you're going to do it without you even knowing you're doing it. Did you know that the world we live in today, all the things you see around you, all the negative stuff happening, did you know that you are responsible for manifesting that? No, Mark, I can't be responsible for that stuff, man. I'm focusing on my own stuff. Well, maybe recently you're focusing on your own stuff, but let me show you how it works. They put stuff in the news to change your perception. So the people around you, they're not awakened like you are. So they're going to buy into it. So the more you're at your job, the more you're hanging with your friends and your family, if you don't have a strong mind, if you don't know you're a chosen one, if you don't understand your true power, your defense are going to break down, and they're going to get to you, because their beliefs are going to seep into your head, and you're going to say, well, maybe it's true, maybe the world is a struggle, maybe the economy is bad, maybe all da. That's what they want, man. And before you know it, you are with the sheep, the NPCs. The thing you got to understand about life, guys, is it's a solo trip. This is a solo trip, man. This is a one person ticket. This is a one trip. This is not you and your friend, you and your girlfriend, you and your wife. No, this is you. This is all about you. So all about you means, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you focusing on? What is it that's going on? You have to understand that. Me, myself, and I. That's correct. It's a me, myself, and I universe. It's not we, us, they universe. It's you and your mind. You and the consciousness. Whatever you put in, you're going to get it out. That's the secret to making this stuff work, and understand that you are very, very powerful. You have a lot of abilities. And these abilities are being thwarted by a lot of distractions. There's just tons of distractions out there for you. Anything I can get to get your mind off of what I don't want, then you're going to get it. So you have to be wise, you have to be smart, and you have to be consistent. You got to be diligent, you got to be patient, you got to be persistent. You got to stay in your lane. You got to focus only on what you want. You got to cut some people off. You got to be lonely for a little bit. You got to build, because that's how you're going to get out of this thing and be successful. You're not going to you won't see success. You won't see your dreams manifest until you see yourself having your dreams in real time, in the present moment. If you can't see yourself the way you'd like to be seen, it's going to be very difficult to get what you want in your life. Everybody have the ability right now to see an image of what they want or who they like to be. Everyone have the ability right now to feel what their life would like to look like. Everyone have that ability right now. But how many people exercise that? How many people initiate that thing? How many people go out and say to themselves, everything is always working out in my favor? How many people expect good things to happen to them consistently? Not many people. Majority of people, they're like shooting galleries. They're just out there hoping they get something. But most people are out here expecting the worst. They're hoping for the best, but they're always expecting the worst. You ever hear that saying? Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. That's a program, man. You don't want to ever adopt that mindset. Don't ever do that. It's like this. Hope for the best, prepare for the best. That's a program. That's a dangerous program. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Plan for the best, prepare for the worst. Why? Why should I do that? Why can't I hope for the best and prepare for the best? Can someone answer that for me? What's wrong with me doing that? What's the problem with that? I don't understand that. I never understand that. But now I understand it because I know what's happening. You see, when you say something like hope for the best, that's a conscious intention. But when you say prepare for the worst, that's a subconscious motivation. So you put your subconscious in a negative state to expect the worst. And if your subconscious says prepare for the worst, you're going to get the worst, my friends. That little statement right there, you hear it everywhere. It's probably in textbooks. You're probably on your For You page. You hear it everywhere. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Am I lying? Isn't it everywhere today? And no one thinks. Has anyone ever look at those phrases and understand what they truly mean? Nope, they haven't. Until today, maybe I just enlightened you on that statement. I'm just showing you I'm just bringing to light some of the little nuances and easy things that can just trip you up. You have no idea what you're doing. Yes, it's very profound. Yes. So my philosophy and your philosophy should always be hope for the best, expect the best. Let me show you something about the universe that they don't want you to know and show you, okay? Right now as I'm talking to you, I am existing in infinite realities. Okay, let's make it simple so your brains can understand. Right now I'm talking to you, even though I'm existing in infinite realities, I'm going to break it down to two realities. So right now, as I am talking to you, I am existing in two realities, okay? One reality, I get what I want. The other reality, I don't get what I want. So let's make it simple. That's happening right now to every single person, okay? There are two realities, but there are more than two, but just to make sense for your brain. So let's make it simple. So right now I'm either existing in an abundant state or a lack state. You got that? All right. That's right. Somewhere there is a broke Mark who's homeless right now. Somewhere there is a multi-billion-dollar Mark that owns a whole bunch of islands. Somewhere there's a President Mark. Somewhere there's all of these realities right now existing. 100%. We know that in quantum physics. So let's make it now. So we have the abundance and the lack. So here's what happens. Let me ask you a question so you can get this. What brings to you what you want in your life? Energy. Exchange, right? Energy is what we're putting out to get what we want. So, if I am in this moment, if I am focusing, keyword focusing, on a particular thing, I'm either going to bring it in. So what the Matrix advertise, what the Matrix sells is the fear, the doubt, the prepare for the worst. So my subconscious mind will automatically gravitate towards that. So now I move from the abundant state, now I'm into the lack state. So the point is, guys, whatever you're focusing on, that's what you're going to get. Let's use the bills. Now people are focusing on the problem. I got too many bills. I can't fix this. How am I going to do it? You think by you thinking and addressing a situation, you're going to fix it. Actually, you're going to exasperate it. You're going to create more bills. You're going to create more stress. You're going to create more worry. Because it's your subconscious mind that's doing the work. It's not your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is only seeing it, being aware of it, and then passes it, and the subconscious mind can't understand what your conscious mind knows on a logic. So it just sees things plain as day. It just says, I'm focusing on the bills, let's make more bills. In other words, this is how quantum physics works and reality works. Reality says this. It says, if I turn my attention away from the problems, if I go like this, the problems will freeze into a superposition state. Their problems are there, but they're not in my reality anymore. Now, when I turn back around and I address the problem's going to come back in. So here's how you fix it. I want you to listen carefully. This does not mean for you to ignore your problems, okay, guys? It doesn't mean for you to just let your bills pile up and they're going to fix themselves. No, that's not what it means. Here's what it means. So I want you to get this, because some people take this the wrong way. It means I'm aware that there is a problem. Okay, I'm aware of the problem. But here's what I'm not doing. I am not focusing on the problem, because I don't know how to fix the problem. I'm aware of the problem. If I knew how to fix the problem, I would focus on the problem. But because most of us, you don't know how to fix the problem, that's why it's a problem, right? So what you do is, you're aware of the problem. So what you do, you take your focus and look to what the solution of the problem would look like for you. So you'd focus on what your life would look like without this problem, how different your life would be without the problem. When you do that now, the problem, whatever it is, it goes into a superposition state. So a superposition state means it's in all probable existence now. It's not there anymore for you to affect you. It's there, but it's not affecting you because your attention is not there anymore. So what happens? While it's in a superposition state and you are focusing on, your subconscious goes around and goes to the problem that's in superposition state. And when it gets to the problem in superposition state, it says, all right, so this is the one that Mark is trying to fix. So he put it on pause. So let me go in this problem. Let me rearrange it. I'm going to fix it for him. I'm going to make it work out in a way that he can. Okay? Because now I'm only focusing on my solution. And then before you know it, the thing that I'm focusing on solves the problem. Then one day I go back to go back because I'm aware I go back and my problem is solved. My problem is fixed. Matrix don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that you can do that. They want you to rely on them. They want you to get into more fear. They want you to think with your logical mind. They want you to use a lot of brain power, willpower to fix stuff. They don't want you to unlock your true potential, the infinite knowledge, the infinite information that you have right now that's streaming into your consciousness from your higher self. None of that does not want to come out. They'll do their best information to silence that stuff. How do you fix health issues? It's the same concept. What would your life look like being healthy? How would you feel being healthy? You can go into your mind and you can project all of that stuff. The cells in your body listen to you. The only way they take information and manifest is through your mindset, your imagination. Cells can't predict anything unless you tell them what to do. They're inside of you. You're feeding them information right now. So if you want to get more healthy or you want to manifest, you have to consistently see what it's like to do that thing. What would it look like for me to be healthy? Man, look at me. I'm running. I'm jumping. My joints are not aching anymore. Oh my goodness. I can walk really good. Wow. You know what your cells are doing when you do that? They are starting to activate. They're starting to produce more growth hormones. They're starting to create new cells. They are starting the process. You know what that's called? Placebo effect. When you believe something and you see it, the body naturally adapts and becomes it. And use affirmations. Say them out loud. Why am I so healthy? Why do I feel so good? Why are every cells in my body so healthy and strong? See? Of course, someone says, I manifested better circulation. Good. That's right. That placebo effect is no joke. The placebo effect shows you, if you're smart, let me ask you a question. What does the placebo effect teach you about the world? Let me make it simple. What does the placebo effect tells you about yourself? What does the placebo effect tells you about reality? Someone go ahead and answer that. I wonder if anyone ever thought about that. The placebo effect is all over the world. Everyone. A matter of fact, when companies create new drugs and new prescriptions, they have to do two what they call double-blind studies. They have to have one study where they get the actual prescription drug. They have to have another study where they do a placebo effect. What does the placebo effect tell you? How many people realize that? You guys do. But I want you to go ask. Today, I'll give you an assignment to do to show you something to make you think. That's right. The placebo effect says that we create our own reality. But I want you to go to 4 or 5 of your closest friends or anyone in your job, and then go ask them this question. Go ask them. I'm going to show you how the Matrix got people. Go ask them a question like, or ask you. Say, hey man, you ever heard about the placebo effect? Man, what do you think about that? What is it? What does it tell you about? You know what the answer is going to be? I don't know. Oh, that's the thing about where like you take a sugar pill and it makes you feel better. That's all they're going to tell you. You 90% of your closest friends or people will not know what you just know. Let that sink in for a minute, people. That's going to open your eyes to see that we have a lot of NPCs. Just go ask anybody. Matter of fact, go ask your manager, the guy that's running your company, the guy that's smart, the guy that's supposed to know you, cutting your paycheck. Go ask him. Guess what? He's going to tell you the same thing. Oh, I've heard of that placebo effect. You say, oh, okay. Isn't that something with the sugar? We take a pill or something, make you feel better? I don't know, man. But anyway, they don't get it, man. They don't understand that they have the power. The answer is right in front of them. And yet, they don't know how to use it and operate. But you guys know now how to operate and use it. Because everyone, all of you guys, see the comments here. When I ask you the question, what is the placebo effect? You instantly knew. Mark, placebo effect showed us that we create our reality. There was no hesitation. All of you know that. All of us know that. And that's what you have to do more of that. You have to create placebo effects for your life to change, for you to make more income, for you to have more health, for you to have whatever it is you want. You got to create a placebo effect to win the lottery, to change your life, all of that. It's a placebo effect universe. It's a placebo effect universe. That's correct. The subconscious mind does not know if it's real or imagined. NPC, non-player character. You missed the definition of placebo effect. Can someone comment to tell one of our followers here, what does the placebo effect tell you about the universe and yourself? Comment below so that everyone can be enlightened about the placebo effect power on your life. That's correct. So there's one thing that you must understand, and someone commented, this is why it's important that you don't joke with yourself in a negative way. Because the mind cannot take anything, it takes everything literal. It's true. Don't joke with yourself in a negative way. Don't ever talk down to yourself. Don't ever put yourself down. You should only be speaking super empowering thoughts, speeches about yourself. You should never speak lowly of yourself in any format. If you speak low of yourself, you are you are creating a reality map. Even if you're joking, you're creating a reality map. Okay? From now on, make it your job every day when you get up. First thing you're going to say is something positive and optimistic about yourself. Force yourself to do it. The more you do it, the more you build what's called a reality map in your unconscious mind. That will now create a new identity. You'll have new beliefs, you'll have new confidence, and your subconscious mind will start to make things happen for you. You won't be the shy guy anymore. You won't be the timid person. You won't be the low self-esteem person. Because everything you say to yourself, your mind takes it literal, and your mind adopts it and performs it as a belief. That's what I want you to understand today. So, continue manifesting, and I'll see you guys again.